Yes, but my first complaint this week is about why they've cast a female person to play the Doctor from the Doctor in the Who's. The Doctor has been a man for 13 versions now. It's not true, is it? It's 12, isn't it?
It's 15 apparently.
How many Doctors? Fuck Doctor
some,
Who. But
there was
some
a
guy
movie.
came on today and went, no, it's 15.
You might be
15.
I think you're missing the movie, aren't you? With John Hurt.
And the other movie.
John Hurt. Well, it's John Hurt.
The TV movie.
And technically, you'll find that David Tennant regenerated as David Tennant again at one point halfway through his series.
Did he?
Yes.
Ah.
I think you'll find. I think you will find if you look proper. If you do your research, like I do every weekend on my own,
Right.
alone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SNEW with the Cruise, the SNEWS Button, episode number 4.
I think it's episode number 4.
Episode number 4.
Sounds about right.
We're so far into it, we've forgotten which episode we're on. Oh, well.
It's been a whole calendar month.
It has. Actually, I'm looking at last week's show notes and it says episode 3, so this must be episode 5.
Was that you trying to be funny?
It was kind of a Monty Python joke.
It's too late in the day for that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Brilliant.
moving
Dead
on.
He cuts all this dead air out.
Yeah.
I might not this time. Who knows?
He just edits himself basically into Jim Carrey in post-production, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
What do you mean,
Yes.
Jim Carrey?
That'll better. It's that or Bill Cosby, mate. You choose.
Okay. Jim Carrey it is then.
Racist.
So, this week on our other podcast, just another retrocast, we're going to be discussing changes that are being made to our favourite childhood properties and whether or not they're good or bad. You can hear that on this channel from Thursday onwards. Just like with this podcast, that one is also available on Libsyn, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and the podcast app on your phone, and all other good podcast services using the same feed as this one. So please go and have a listen. So, at the start of this show, we usually talk about stuff we've been watching, guys. Got anything you've been watching this week?
A Handmaid's Tale is very good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Fuck me, it's just my favourite TV programme at the moment.
Yeah.
I just would watch another 10 episodes of it instantly now. It's just incredible.
So, that's quite a big reaction.
Yeah,
So,
well, it just ticks so many boxes.
Do you
It's like, it's Children of Men meets 1984, isn't it?
yeah, very much so. Do you know what it is, Paul?
I've got a rough idea, but it sounds terrifying, so I've not
It's
sort of touched it
dark.
yet. Yeah.
It's really dark. So, yeah.
It sounds like bleak with no hope, though. It's that sort of
For
thing.
the people that live in America in the story, yes.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, bleak and no hope. But it's only America that have kind of fallen.
Oh, that's fine then, Sodom.
Do we want to explain it a bit, Ross?
Yeah. You seen Children of Men? Have you?
No.
Right, well,
No.
ignore that then.
Yeah.
Children of Men's very similar premise, but not quite as darker in different ways.
Just in respect to the fact that everybody's infertile, unable to produce children.
But
That's the main thing.
In Handmaid's Tale, fertility is dropped to like 1% or somehow, isn't it?
It's a really small
Yeah.
number,
And obviously the story's told over. You can see there's more years there than they filmed, and it's obviously a thing that's been building up, but it's basically allowed fucking religious fundamentalism, Christian religious fundamentalism in America just to go fucking mental and enact martial law, and it's the worst place in the world. The premise is that if you're fertile, you get taken away and go to a dystopian...
like a nunnery, isn't it, really?
It's like they used to have not a correctional school, but I can't remember what it's called. It's a Victorian thing where women would go to a special school to learn how to
Finishing school.
Finishing school.
Yeah.
But imagine a horrible finishing school which features cattle prods.
Oh, great.
And so if you were fertile, and then you get sent to one of the rich people's house or the powerful people, because there's no real money as such in those. You just get sent to one of the powerful people's houses, and you just lay between the husband and the wife once a month.
Yeah, I thought it was that whole rapey sort of bleak, no hope angle. So I thought, I don't think I can watch that.
It's really, really good.
Did you see the little meme I put together on Facebook comparing British politics at the moment to a scene from Handmaid's Tale?
No, was it?
Oh, it's just don't worry about it. I'll stick it back up on the page and go and have a look.
There's a really powerful scene, and it's going to be difficult to talk about this. Basically, in America's so shit, you don't realise how the rest of the world's just fine. But towards the end of the season, you see a bit of Canada and how they treat, for want of a better phrase, refugees. And they just like... and you sit there and you go, oh yeah, that's what we should do, because they've been... their lives are horrible. Yeah, and then you actually realise that scene just plays out and it goes, no, that's how we should treat refugees now. That's the whole point of the scene.
Yeah.
Like, totally. I don't want to get too political, but it's some really powerful television. It's not very often I watch a TV show and I do want to binge it. Like, you will watch, like, 2 episodes and then you'll go, oh, just watch another.
We were watching them every week, sort of champing at the bit for the next one.
Yeah, see, we were lucky. I just watched all 10
right.
in the space of a week.
So where would I find that? That would be, what, Netflix, or is that a Pirate Land?
It's on More 4.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, they started showing it weekly on there as well.
I would steal it because you can watch it legitimately, and then you can, if you steal it, you can steal it in HD without any adverts in.
Cool.
It's worth doing, really is.
But it's very, very good.
Yep, absolutely. Gets my vote. I think it's up for an Emmy, if I'm not mistaken. It's got some stiff competition.
Yeah. And the girl from Mad Men, who's the lead character, and I don't know her name. She's exceptional in it. To be honest, all the acting's really good. The whole show is excellent from top to bottom.
I think it's easily relatable for everyone, just because we've all got some sort of like grasp on the things that people are having taken away from them. We all like living like as free people. We all enjoy our family, you know. And yeah, when you remove all those things, or show what somebody's life could be like when you remove all those civil liberties, it's fucking terrifying. It's a real, yeah.
And there's so many layers to so many of the characters. There's no baddies. There's no, well, there are good people, but even the bad people are
just people in a situation.
Just broken people.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Mad Men in that respect. Like, nobody's particularly likeable in Mad Men. They're all fucked up in their own way. So
the Emmy Awards, it's up against Better Call Saul, The Crown, House of Cards, Stranger Things, This Is Us, and Westworld. Yeah, fuck House of Cards after the last season. I've seen like 2 episodes. It's not very good. No? I tried watching it from the beginning, actually. Westworld's really good, isn't it? And yeah, Westworld's amazing.
Westworld, I really need to get behind. I love the film, the original film.
Okay.
But Better Call Saul, anybody got behind that yet?
No.
No,
I've really struggled with it.
Yeah, I tried to watch the first episode and I just didn't want to spend any more time in that world.
Fair enough. I think Breaking Bad, I binged. And when I got to the end of it, I was quite sort of relieved that I got to the end of it. Because you go through some real highs and some real lows.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think same as yourself. I've not even tried to watch it.
Yeah, as much as good as I think Westworld and Stranger Things is right at this very moment, A Handmaid's Tale is better.
Yeah, fair enough. Stranger Things release date as well has been brought forward to the 27th of October, if that interests anyone.
Definitely. I think it interests most people, isn't it? It's been a massive hit.
It's quite strange that they've done that, brought it forward from Halloween to the 27th.
Yeah.
So everyone will have watched it all by the time Halloween comes around.
Is it? But maybe that's it.
Maybe. Loads of people will be dressing as characters.
Yeah, and it's free hype, and I don't know if they need it, actually.
No, I don't think. I think it's absolutely... You still see so many people, like on Facebook, people say, what can I watch on Netflix? And there's like 5 people saying Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Just word of mouth has just done this fucking show massive favours.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Right. Paul, have you been consuming anything?
Only lots of Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you getting on?
Love it. I don't know how I've lived this long without it.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm, I think, episode 5 of season 2.
Ah, okay. So have you seen the one with the hive mind yet then? What's he called?
It's the Us, isn't it? The
Unity.
Unity, yes. That's the one I've just watched. I've just got
the ending of that episode.
Yeah,
where he goes into the garage and it's got the song, Can You Feel It? Can You Feel It?
Well, I was sitting there with the missus and just looked at it and went, shit, that got really dark really quick. You don't expect that from a cartoon,
really heavy,
do you?
But it does that really well.
Yeah.
You know, they have amazing, just again, like we just said about bloody Breaking Bad, real high points and then massive, ditches of fuck me, how can an animation that's so funny 1 minute hit you that hard in the nuts?
Well, it's a really strange one. It's like Archer and BoJack Horseman. I really like both of them. Even though they're all animation, but straight away you get it. It's an adult animation. But Rick and Morty, you look at it and it feels, the pace of it feels like a kid's cartoon. Yeah. But the content is just, and the scripting as well, the writing, everything is very adult.
Okay.
And there's a lot, there's so much to it, but it still feels like a kid's. It's in a good way. I mean that in a really positive way.
Just don't watch the pilot then.
Oh no, I remember you saying just don't watch that, so I've not bothered yet.
If it helps though, what channel's it on?
I've got it on Netflix,
but it's a production for which channel?
Adult Swim.
So if it helps, Adult Swim have just released a load of claymation shorts. They're called the non-canonical adventures, I think, and it's like claymations of Rick and Morty in like Alien and 2001: A Space Odyssey and stuff. So yeah, if you need something to tide you over until the end of the month when season 3 comes out, which is really soon, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I can't wait.
It's not far away at all.
I'm already gutted that there's only a season 3, only just about coming now.
Yeah, it's been 2 years between seasons. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose it just took them a long time to write it and animate it and do everything. That's where most shows are sort of doing this as they go on. They're sort of writing the next one as they go, or during the hiatus.
It's definitely something I'm going to rewatch again because there's so many layers to it. There's so much going on.
Yeah,
and just in not just the writing, just in the animation as well. There's so many little hidden jokes.
Yeah, absolutely, and references, lots and lots of references all over the place. There's a Twin Peaks one in season 3, episode 1. I'll leave you to find it.
I can't wait.
It's only a very quick one. Don't sort of hype yourself up too much. It's just a one-liner.
That's fine by me.
I've been watching quite a few things actually, but I'll be brief about them. Glow.
Glow's real good, isn't it?
Gorgeous Lasers of Wrestling.
Jeez, that's such a good show.
I can't work out if I like it or not.
It's fantastic. Mostly because it's got Alison Brie in it, and she's fantastic. That's
the girl from Community, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I always had a bit of a thing for her when I first started watching Community, so it's quite nice to see her in something else. You know what I think about it? I think it's a bit like Orange is the New Black with bloody Spice Girls humour.
I don't know. I think Paul, I think you like it because it's in the 80s.
I know what you mean. I saw the trailer and I thought that looks shit. So I've not give that a go yet.
Some of the jokes really land, and others are just flat on the face.
That's exactly what I thought. I remember when you said Orange is the New Black meets, and I thought, straight away. I knew exactly what you meant then because I didn't know
the Spice Girls humour. It's just like little black dress humour. It is just Some of the jokes I've absolutely hated, but the story seems okay. I'd like to see where it goes. I'm about halfway through it, I think.
It all looked a little bit Glee for wrestlers.
Oh no, there's way too much cocaine use in for it to be that.
It's very adult.
I don't know. I've seen little bits of Glee, and they can't keep that happy without coke. You just don't see it.
Yeah, I just think it's LA in the 80s. It's brilliant. There's cocaine and everything. There's even a robot. There's even a robot butler that gives out cocaine.
Thank you. Anyway,
I might have to give it a go. Then go on. What else you got?
The Expanse. I started watching that. I'm about halfway through season 1 of that.
Keep seeing it advertised.
Yeah,
what do you reckon?
Fell off that, didn't I?
It's quite heavy, isn't it?
It's just slow, isn't it?
It is slow, and lots of information to be keeping up with. But it's like the solar system has been split into 3 sort of main governing parties. So
I remember you talking about this one, Ross.
Earth, run by the United Nations, Mars, and Belters, people that live out in space, mining asteroids and stuff. And
it's all people who have been, they're second, third generation people born in space, so they can't even go back to planets if they want to.
It's true, yeah. So
they're almost like treated like subhuman. They're like slaves.
And very political, lots of warring, kind of wars brewing and things like that. Constant threat of war between all 3 of them and trying to work out where it's coming from.
That sounds better than it is.
And a detective story trundling along in the background there as well.
Yeah,
which,
that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's like shit Blade Runner meets bad Game of Thrones.
Brilliant. I'll give it a miss then. Let's wait for Blade Runner and Game of Thrones.
We are being positive about this show at the moment. Well, I am. Ross has fallen off the
I've
bandwagon.
already stopped.
Yeah, there you go. And I also saw Castlevania Season 1. I've seen half of that.
What do you reckon?
It's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to watch the rest of it tomorrow, I think, because it's only going to be another 50 minutes. But classic Japanese-looking animation seems to be what it should be, a Castlevania cartoon.
Is it Simon Belmont or is it a different Belmont?
He hasn't given the first name yet, I don't think.
Is he a Belmont?
He is a Belmont, yes, of House Belmont. Yeah. Gets his ass kicked just for being from that house. So...
Does he have a whip?
He does.
Cool.
And I take it, I don't know the history of Castlevania or whether or not some of the townspeople seem to hate him because he's a Belmont.
Mate.
So whether or not it's set sort of after some of the Castlevania games or something like that, I don't know.
All I know is you're going to get to the end of the season and then the season will repeat itself but upside down.
Very true. All right, and then I saw 2 movies with really shit endings. The Circle, which was...
Oh, that's on Netflix, isn't it? It's
it?
weird. I think it's a Netflix production, but it had a cinema release.
Oh, right, okay.
The Tom Hanks and Emma Watson.
That's right, yeah. And it was Bill Paxton's last movie.
Facebook spy.
Yeah. It's strangely scripted, I think, is the way to put it. It's not exactly well handled all the way through. It feels quite clunky. Subject matter is all right, but the ending is just terrible and such a wasted opportunity. So, fuck that movie. And then The Mummy.
What were you expecting, Christopher?
What was I expecting?
From The Mummy?
From The Mummy. I thought I'd give it a chance and just see what happened. And there are elements of it that I think do work. There are lots and lots of unnecessary parts of that film. And you can tell it's written by 6 people.
Sounds like King Kong.
Yeah.
2006.
Yeah.
Is it 2006? About that, isn't it?
King Kong. Oh, yeah, that one. Okay. The Peter Jackson one.
Yeah.
Was that written by 6 people?
No, it's probably written by 3 people, but it's probably about 2.5 hours longer than it should be, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Absolutely. What I mean, though, really is like, in Lord of the Rings, where a certain element of people complained about the fact that they're just constantly in peril. They're always on the side of a mountain going, oh, there's something falling on us.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Same thing with The Mummy. They're running across the road and there's a fucking bus flying down the street being blown by this crazy ghostly wind. And they have to jump in the bus to jump out the bus. Or
I've never heard anyone call Tom Cruise a ghostly wind. That's the spirit of all the Thetans escaping from him.
The Thetans?
Is it Thetans?
Is that like
it's a Scientology thing?
Is it their version of midichlorians?
Yeah, basically, yeah. George Lucas got midichlorians from fucking L. Ron Hubbard's Thetans. He didn't. But they're both equally make-believe.
Yeah, true.
Actually, Star Wars is more legitimate than Scientology.
Anyway, yeah, so they're constantly in peril, and there's like an underwater scene. None of it's necessary, and the ending's bollocks. It could have been okay. It really could have. If they just chopped out the underwater scene, maybe not had the bit where they had to dodge a train in the underground, and cleaned up the ending.
It sounds like you're talking about the Phantom Menace.
It would have been an okay movie. Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Could that have been an okay movie?
Yeah, if you cut out the underwater bit.
Oh, yeah.
And all the other bits.
Sorry. I saw Ant-Man as well. It was all right.
Oh, yeah. I quite like that.
Yeah. It was okay. It's better than I
expected. As you've had like 10 things to talk about, I'm also going to say that I watched Lego Batman.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good, isn't
it?
it?
I
love it. Yeah.
Oh, good. Right.
It's fucking brilliant.
If you've got like a nice amount of knowledge, it doesn't matter at all, but if you've got a nice amount of knowledge about Batman, like characters, history, films,
it doesn't matter, Paul. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, but there's a reference like every 10 seconds, like bang, 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 constantly all the way through it, and you're just constantly sitting there going,
The best thing in it, the baddies aren't anything to do with Batman.
Really?
I'm not going to say any more than that.
It's like the Lego movie again. That sort of angle.
Much.
Yeah.
The baddies aren't anything to do with Batman. I don't have to put this in the podcast, but
well, I don't want to spoil it for Paul.
Trying to think. We'll talk about it later.
They're all in the Phantom Zone.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed that Mark Hamill didn't do the voice of the Joker though.
Who was it? Is it
Zach Galifianakis?
That's right. Yeah.
I like saying his name because I know how to say it.
It's got a massive cast, though, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah, Rosario Dawson's like Barbara Gordon, isn't she?
Right. But yeah, look up the cast on IMDb. We won't bother going through it now because it'll just be a list, and I know how much you guys like lists. So,
about as much as we love the posters.
On with the lists then.
Hey, a poster you can look at, mate. A list you just got to fucking read, or have it read to you every Monday.
Let's list some news.
Go for it.
Cool. So last week we mentioned about the fact that San Diego Comic Con is coming on the 20th, and you mentioned, Ross, about D23. Well, it's bloody this weekend gone, isn't it?
Yeah, shit happened, didn't it? D23.
It is happening, yeah. Absolutely loads of stuff. To start with, Disney updated their movie slate for the next 2 years.
Oh, get the list out of the way, come on then.
Do you want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it.
I can read it
Why
to you.
don't you read it to us?
Just ever so quick. Next year. Right, next year. Black Panther, A Wrinkle in Time, Magic Camp, Gigantic, Dolphins. That's 2 films.
Gigantic Dolphins at Magic Camp.
I was just going to say, that's a club in Manchester.
That's 3 films. Avengers Infinity War, Han Solo movie, Incredibles 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Coco, The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, Mary Poppins Returns.
Right, that's bananas, isn't it?
That's 12 movies, I think. And then the year following, so far, Captain Marvel, Dumbo, an untitled Disney...
Fuck Dumbo, Tim Burton's directing it now, isn't he?
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
An untitled Disney cartoon.
That's my favourite title so far.
The Avengers sequel, Star Wars Episode 9, Toy Story 4, Spider-Man Homecoming 2, The Lion King, Frozen 2, and Mulan.
I don't think they get to put Spider-Man Homecoming 2 on that list because they're not even distributing it, are they?
They are not, but still. They
Factually incorrect, Disney. Do not bring Spider-Man, which you don't own as an intellectual property, to D23.
Is it not? It's not being distributed by... It's being distributed by Sony. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I think that's what happened with Spider-Man, wasn't it? It was made by Marvel Studios, but just put out by Sony.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I think that's why it has very much got the look and feel of a Marvel movie.
I see.
And just comes up with a Sony logo that Chris booed at. Like a fucking baby. Like a giant internet baby. Like when he booed at Doctor Who yesterday.
I have not booed at Doctor Who. Anyway, more on that in a minute as well.
I was going to say when we're hitting the big one.
He's going to boo at Black Bond as well, isn't he?
So, yeah, as well as all that, you got a look at the Star Wars section of Disney World. Did you see that, Ross?
Yeah, that looked... 2019, mate. I'm going to America probably 2019.
Yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Coincidence.
So there's a nice little model on show of what the park's going to look like. Do you know what it's called?
It's always going to be from here on known as Star Wars Land, isn't it? But
Probably.
It's like Galaxy on an Edge or something. On the edge of a galaxy or something.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, yeah. So, yeah.
It looks massive as well, doesn't it? Because, like, you look at the model and the Millennium Falcon's full size and it's just a tiny little corner.
Yeah, true. And there's a Death Star in the middle.
Yeah.
Is there a Death Star in the middle? Oh, no, that might have been a concept one that I was looking at.
Yeah.
I'll cut that out.
They've got the cantina.
No, leave it in. Just because you get things wrong doesn't mean it's not funny and worth leaving it. He's like, I'll cut that out.
So, as well as all that, they were showing footage of Infinity War.
Yeah, didn't watch any of that.
They've not sort of released it anywhere yet, and there aren't any dodgy copies floating around on the internet that I can see. So, yeah, we'll have to wait for that, whether or not it's ever released, because it's just kind of, dailies, I think.
Yeah.
Same with The Lion King. There was some Lion King footage as well shown.
I heard on Twitter people went fucking apeshit because there was the CGI. It started with the opening music and then there was a CGI Simba held up on the rock.
Right.
But they haven't released that footage, have they?
No.
No.
Not. So, yeah, we shall wait on that for a little bit.
Tiny little, basically animated GIF of Mary Poppins, isn't there?
There is, which is pretty, lame, isn't it?
But they've done one of those cool featurettes for Star Wars, haven't they?
Yes.
With shitloads of story spoilers in.
True.
If you watched it as many times as I have. Well, it's fairly obvious, wasn't it? But Finn's awake.
Yep. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I can't remember what else, but there's loads of cool stuff in it. The best bit was when the last shot of the day, they got Admiral Akbar. The last shot of the whole production, they got Admiral Akbar to go, "It's a wrap."
Which is very good. But yeah, nice shots of her fighting her. What's her name? Rey. Nice shots of Rey fighting like several people and stuff. Do you think they could be like Knights of Ren or stormtroopers?
Yeah, and then see Luke Skywalker holding his lightsaber, don't you? With his little,
and some new character designs.
I can't say her name. The lady from 12 Years a Slave is back, isn't she?
Oh yes, yeah.
Maz Kanata.
Maz Kanata, yeah, that's the one. And some weird little kind of bird-like looking creatures. Did you see them?
Yeah, shitloads of puppets and stuff.
They're going to play quite a big part, I think. They might be this film's Ewoks.
Yeah. I just love it when they make practical puppets for Star Wars films.
Yeah, true.
They're brilliant.
True. Lots of the colour red appearing in this one, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that. But yeah, it's going to be a very red movie. Do you want to know about the Dumbo cast?
I don't care.
No?
No.
Okay.
If it doesn't have pink elephants on parade halfway through the film,
well,
I don't care. Plus, Dumbo's about 80 minutes as well.
That's quite a good time for an old Disney cartoon, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not. It's like perfect length, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Carlo's like 88 minutes as well, isn't it? Transformers movies like 88 minutes as well.
There you go. Couldn't be much longer because it wouldn't fit on a VHS, would it? Been alright if we went for Betamax, but we didn't.
Yeah, we went for very average standard instead.
So yeah, the cast: Colin Farrell, Danny DeVito, Eva Green, Michael Keaton, with no casting for Dumbo himself at this stage.
It's a fucking elephant.
Yeah. They'll be talking though, won't it?
Does Dumbo talk? I don't think he talks.
Yeah, he does.
No, I don't think he does.
John Hurt's dead, isn't he?
I didn't say John Hurt, did I?
No, I was thinking he did the Elephant Man, so he could do Dumbo, couldn't he?
One of the pink elephants, maybe.
Maybe.
What about Aladdin? Does that interest you?
Well, they're not making a live-action Aladdin, are they?
They bloody are.
No, I don't care about that.
But going from what we've just said, it's going to be released in 2020 or after, isn't it? So it's going to be a while off.
Right, see, I was really pumped after the Jungle Book, and I went, yeah, carry on doing this. And then Beauty and the Beast made me go, well, I'm not bothered now.
Yeah, I can see why. It is introducing it all to a new audience, isn't it?
Yeah, but
some of the cartoons do look really dated.
They do have DVDs, mate.
Yeah, cleaned up versions or not, they still look really dated.
No, art doesn't date.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs does not look like a modern animation, though, does it? It doesn't feel like it at all.
But it's because it was made like 80 years ago now.
Well, there you go.
Stylised.
So we were talking about Aladdin, mate.
Yeah, I know, it wasn't released all that long ago, and the animation is pretty good.
The thing is, the problem with CGI now is I don't know if we're ever gonna see the zenith of animation, are we now?
Well, they're still doing lots of animated features, aren't they, Disney?
No.
Tangled?
CGI.
CGI, yeah, true. But there is an animated.
I mean, there's
Tangled.
to be honest, there is incredible animation in all of these digital movies. But the point I'm making is, I don't know if we'll ever see
hand-drawn cell
the
work,
best animated movie ever now, because it just won't get made.
It'll just come from Japan, won't it?
Hey, have you seen how many frames the Japanese put in an animation? As few as possible. But anime style came from a lack of money.
Oh yeah.
World War,
Yeah, you've said about this before, yeah.
And they do that thing where they have a static background and they'll zoom in and out of it and move. Yeah, that's not quite the same as Aladdin, is it?
But I don't think Studio Ghibli tend to do that, do they?
No, you're right.
So Fantasia got the crown of that one at the moment, saying it's the apparent. I'd heard somewhere that was classed as the pinnacle of
animation.
Yeah.
It might be like the Citizen Kane of animation.
Maybe.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best.
No. I'd go with Transformers the movie, maybe.
Hey, that's not very good. No, it's fantastic. But
it's got a far better story than Fantasia.
The transfer to Blu-ray is not brilliant.
Is it not?
No.
No, I thought that. It was meant to be the super duper high res HD blow your face off, wouldn't it?
But it just doesn't
it's
scale up.
Right.
It doesn't scale properly.
Right.
It's almost, you can see the faults in the anime. There's really weird continuity problems with that film, which were rampant in the cartoons.
Yeah.
But I never get it why one of the which is the Insecticon?
Yeah, Shrapnel's missing half his head. I don't know why they never corrected it.
No, but he's missing half his head because he gets fucked up by Cup, isn't he?
No, it's before he even gets fucked up by Cup.
No, it's right.
It's beforehand. Cup's on his way up to it.
Bearing in mind, I was watching it yesterday. So, which one of the Insecticons gets thrown into the tank Blitzwing?
Is
it Shrapnel? I think at that point Shrapnel's only supposed to have one antenna, and it's when they cut back to that scene and he's got two.
No, I'm with you.
I think it's the continuity's right up until the end, and then it's wrong.
We're rabbiting off topic here, and I could babble on about that film forever, but that's no good. Nobody wants that.
They
want the news. It's great, but we want the news. So what we got?
Right, bloody Aladdin. I am going to stick it in because the cast is quite cool. Mina Massoud, who's a guy that has just come from TV, who's going to be playing Aladdin.
I don't care. Robin Williams is dead.
Naomi Scott is going to be playing the girl. What's her name?
Princess Jasmine.
Princess Jasmine. Any guesses for who's going to be playing the genie?
Not Robin Williams.
Not Robin Williams. Okay. What if I said there's potentially going to be a rap at the beginning or the end of the movie?
Donald Glover.
No. Oh, that would be good, but no.
No idea.
Will Smith.
That's a really weird, strange piece of casting, that. Do you know it'd be a good Jafar before you even say it?
Go on.
Tywin Lannister.
Yeah, he would.
Christopher Lee would have been a good Jafar as well.
Very true,
but
yeah.
He's dead.
Well, it's a modern age. Digitally reproduce him? No.
You can't make him say words that he didn't say.
Still. Yeah, how did they do, what's his name, Grand Moff Tarkin then? He wouldn't have ever read those lines, would he?
No, I think they might have just got a voice actor to do that bit.
Well, something like that. There is a program now, isn't there, where they can, if they sample enough information, sample enough audio from an actor's voice, they can replicate conversation. So
which is quite scary. If you think
I was going to say, the one thing from all this fucking CGI shit. I sound like a right caveman, the computers and that is that we are not very far away from the Running Man actually being a thing. Getting done for crimes you did not commit because they CGI you into them.
Oh, yeah.
Cut you out of the saving of the baby.
Yeah.
I forgot that was the beginning of Running Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the premise of Running Man movie is they can change what happens to you by computer.
Yeah.
And then whether you're innocent or not.
Scary stuff. Could happen.
That's where it's going. Anyway, enough about the bleak future. What have we got next week?
Hang on. The director of Aladdin. This is a shocking thing.
Right.
Guy Ritchie.
Oh.
It's kind of doomed, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Fair enough.
I will. Right. I'm going to have a bet. Yeah, that he right now on the podcast that he doesn't end up directing this movie.
Yep. Okay. I could probably. I won't bet against that.
Knowing how many people have stopped directing Disney movies, I think he probably falls in that category where he will not be able to work within their remit.
Yeah, fair enough. Although he could probably do with a helping hand. But
and not because he's an auteur and a genius, it's because he's
kind of lost it though recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he made 2 good films, didn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, there's bloody Aladdin. This version of Aladdin is going to be more like 1001 Arabian Nights, apparently.
Fucking hell, they make Prince of Persia movies. They've already done it, haven't they?
True. Right, should we move on to other stuff?
Yes, please.
Justice League. There was a first look at Steppenwolf. Did you see that?
No.
Do you know who the bad guy is? Steppenwolf?
It's a band, isn't it?
Steppenwolf's going to be your main bad guy in the Justice League movie. And he's like one of the henchmen of Darkseid.
Darkseid,
yeah.
Darkseid. So he's being played by Carrion Hines, the guy that plays Mance Rayder in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I quite like him. I think he'd be a good bad guy.
So many people are so jizzy about DC and stuff, and they've got like some cool characters and stuff, but so much of it's fucking garbage, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't match up.
I know a lot of comics are garbage, but it just... I find it really hard to get excited for anything.
Is it because they're so far behind in the game? Is that what you're struggling with?
Yeah, well, I'm already thinking, how many years is it before we get a big baddie?
What, from Justice League?
Yeah.
Well, it could be this one, couldn't it? It depends which way you look at it. They're talking about making Superman Red Sun, and I'm thinking perhaps they might incorporate that into this movie. So when he comes back, he might be evil.
Is that the Mark Miller one?
I don't know. It's the one where he's like a Russian version.
Is this the one where he lands in Russia?
Yeah.
On one of the fucking different parallel universes that are on the DC.
That's it, yeah.
All I care about is at some point in the next 10 years on film, is Batman going to get shot with a time bullet and end up a caveman?
Let's bloody hope so.
Forget it.
That's how you reboot your universe, isn't it?
I want a proper Green Lantern movie.
Oh, his backstory's been changed in the comics. Hal Jordan's. I don't know what to yet, but yeah, that's happened.
What, he's no longer a fighter pilot?
I don't know. He might be, but something's changed. You'll have to go and do the homework on that one for yourselves. While we're on Batman, Ben Affleck's script for The Batman has been dropped.
Yeah, again, this is just... We're just treading the same water, aren't we? With
by the director, which isn't surprising because, you know, if you're directing something, why would you want to be directing a script that one of your main actors has written? Because you'd be constantly under, well, scrutiny and conflict, I suppose, wouldn't you?
Big time. Definitely with that arsehole. But hey.
It's like every movie at the moment is just like, we're going to bake something, but you've got to just bring whatever ingredients you bring, and then we'll work out whether fucking bacon goes with flour and sugar.
Yeah, fair enough. What about Curb Your Enthusiasm, guys? Do you like that?
I've got respect for it, and I quite enjoyed bits of the first season, then just kind of lost after that.
Ross?
Never seen it.
Never seen it? Wow. Okay, I thought you had. Season 9 has been announced.
Jeez.
6 years after the end of Season 8.
Wow, I didn't realise it had gone that far in.
Yeah. So that's going to be released on October 1st. There's a little teaser kicking around online. Doesn't really show you anything, but we'll probably tag it on our Facebook page there, I expect. The Tick. Do you guys remember The Tick?
Yep. Quite like The Tick.
That's been done by Amazon this year.
As what, animation?
Live
or
action.
Live action?
Yeah. So they did a bunch of shorts
How is
a little
the
while
Tick
back.
not Ant-Man?
No, very different in his... He shouldn't be a superhero. That's the thing with The Tick. The guy's a dickhead. And he's
fucking huge as well, isn't
he's
he?
a big, huge, quite hard,
yeah,
stupid person with just lame-ass characters around him. And they shouldn't be superheroes, but they just happen to be in this universe. And yeah, it's funny. It's very funny. It's a comedy. Or
Is
at least
a bit like the Will Smith film where he's a superhero, but he can't be. He's got superpowers, but he can't.
it's not that he can't be bothered. The Tick, he can be bothered, but it's just he shouldn't be be doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, all a bit slapstick, all a bit goofy, and yeah, I just
a bit Inspector Gadget-y.
Yeah,
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mr. Bean,
maybe, definitely with his sidekick Arthur. Yeah, he's a bit Mr. Beanie. I suppose he's a bit weedy and a bit kind of, you could knock him over with a feather kind of thing. But that's been released by Amazon on the 25th of August. Did you see the trailer for The Darkest Hour, guys?
yes, I did.
I didn't.
Thought it looked really good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Who's playing Winston Churchill?
Gary Oldman, which is fucking mental.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he is. He is the best character actor around.
He's just a bloody chameleon. He's covered in loads of prosthetics and stuff. And it's not Gary Oldman, but it is.
He is.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, it's crazy how much he's a shapeshifter, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it's looking good.
What, you mean like a lizard from another planet?
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably is one of them, isn't he?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll just probably check with David Icke.
I'm sure he'll
answer that one for you.
Well, he's got see what the most up-to-date list is.
Can you find that online?
He'll be on YouTube.
GiantLizards.com.
New video every week.
Right.
Go check him out.
Does he really release a new video every week?
No, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair dinks.
Yeah.
I like quite a lot of what David Icke says. He just bookends it with mental,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah, true. I know what you mean. It could be like really, really deep spiritual stuff, couldn't it?
Yeah, it's like deep political and spiritual stuff, he says. He's like, there are huge global organisations out to just maintain the status quo. And they're all fucking lizards. Yeah? The first part of that statement is factually correct. Yeah? And then he goes, and they're all fucking lizards.
Speaking of lizards, did you see the Oats Studio movie?
Are they going to keep doing this?
I think so.
Because I'm so far behind now.
Just
because
forever
every
more.
week you're like, Oats Studios will release a short. I haven't seen the first one yet. How many?
No, I'm the same.
Now?
I don't know how many there are now, but they're releasing a couple a week, I think, at the moment. This one was called, I think it's called Zygote. And it's...
Are they like YouTube videos? They're like 10 minutes long?
They're 20 minutes generally, half an hour, something like that. Some of them are really short, though. The one about God is like 5 minutes long. So you can just eat it up,
Yeah.
But
Is
this
he a
one's...
lizard?
What, God?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This one Zygote, though, it's cool. It's like a cross between like Dead Space and John Carpenter's The Thing.
Two good things.
Two good things.
Yeah.
It's pretty well presented. It's just a giant creature that's made out of all the people that it's killed so far. kind of following them around this frozen complex, and it's very good. 20 minutes of fairly thrilling stuff.
Worth checking out then.
It's quite good to watch at 5 o'clock in the morning with your baby, I found.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it help him go to sleep?
Kept me awake. That's the more important thing.
That's good.
One that you should definitely check out, Paul.
Yeah.
A trailer for a film called Kuso.
Right.
Have you ever heard of a band called Flying Lotus?
Yes, I think I have.
They do amazing music videos.
Yeah.
Really poignant, sometimes really fucked up, but very, very good music videos, all completely independently made. So, yeah, they're just loose cannons in the music world, which is fantastic.
Cool.
And they've done a feature film, a feature-length movie, and it looks absolutely mental.
Wow.
But I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. There's like people with boils on their faces and gore and lots of music, obviously.
Yeah.
Just watch the trailer.
So it's like David Lynch meets Tetsuo the Iron Man meets...
It's David Lynch on acid.
Brilliant.
It's colourful, bright, in your face, mental.
Right, I'll check that out.
All those good things.
What's it called, the film?
Kuso. We will link the trailer. Any trailers that we've mentioned, actually, we will link on our Facebook page. Game of Thrones, Ross.
Yeah, it's really fucking good, isn't it?
I don't know. I've not seen the first episode of the season yet.
I did think when it was on the news about people staying up till like 3 a.m. to watch it.
I watched it this morning, didn't I?
Oh, did you? Cool.
It's really fucking good, isn't it?
I'm going to watch it when we finish this podcast.
Yeah, it's a very good TV show. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
Cool. So they kicked
just
it
watch
off.
it. Yeah, it kicks off and it's just like piff paff puff boom boom. I think it's always going to be a bit like that now. There's literally not enough time left in the world of the show for there to be too much Machiavellian backstabbing and dialogue.
So they've just got to get on through it. Yeah.
And because it's the opening show, you've got to reintroduce all the characters again.
Did you see the interview with the lead actor who's on there at the moment?
There's so many. Jon Snow?
Arya Stark, dark hair.
Apparently, you watched it today, didn't you? Apparently, there's a particular female character that's taken quite a strong role in this series, and it's right from the start. Well, they interviewed her, and the interviewer, was it Dan? I forget the guy's name. It was on BBC Breakfast. He just went, well, let's cut to the chase. Are you dead yet? That was it. And she just went, I can't tell you. He went, okay, fine. That's it. We're going to ask everybody that from now on. So, yeah, She couldn't tell anybody. She was saying how strict they are about giving anything away. And when she first got the job, she'd announced on Twitter that, oh, hi, I'll be featuring in Game of Thrones for
Slap
the next
on the wrist
series.
straight away.
Big time. She got dragged down to the office and given a bit of a talking to.
Okay.
So
There's
don't
a
say
really
anything.
fucking mental cameo in this episode as well.
I've heard there are two.
Yeah, I can only remember
at the same time. Won't say what they are. I know what they are already.
I
so
don't think it matters. This podcast will go out far enough after. People who watch Game of Thrones as soon as humanly possible.
But some people won't be able to, and they'll still be able to listen to this podcast tomorrow. So,
well, you shouldn't be having a baby or working 48 hours in a hospital.
Just in case. We won't spoil any Game of Thrones ever, guys, because we love it just as much as you do. So no worries there. Did you know that George Railroad Martin is producing another TV show?
Is he fucking writing any books though? That's all I care about.
The rumour is that he's finished Winds of Winter, and
there wouldn't be a rumour if he'd finished it.
Well, I say finished writing. It's not, it still needs to be touched up and edited and whatnot. But the main bulk of the story is done apparently, because he did say he wasn't going to do any more TV work at all until had finished writing the book, right? And he's signed on to produce another TV show for HBO, which is not Game of Thrones related. It's called Who Fears Death, and it's a sci-fi fantasy by an American writer called Nnedi Okorafor.
I would write into his contract, it's compulsory that he finishes Song of Ice and Fire.
What, his book contract?
Yeah, no, I'd write it into his TV contract saying, no, you can make this TV show, but first you got to sit down and finish these books.
Oh, I see. You have to have finished that before.
To be honest, I'm not sure I'll read them now.
No?
If they're always going to come out like Harry Potter did, but before the movies.
Thing is, though, they are significantly different, aren't they?
Yeah, but will they be?
I think there's going to end up... Like Lady Stoneheart stuff, that's not in in the TV show, is it? And there's just lots and lots of like massively in-depth stuff that is not appearing in the show. Whether or not they'll touch on that when they go to do like the prequel series and stuff, who knows?
Let's move on. Paul's falling asleep.
Cool. Quentin Tarantino, do we like him?
When he's good, he's really, really good, and then when he's bad, he's making Django.
Yeah, he's hit and miss.
You didn't like Django either. I didn't really like it that much. What was it that pissed you off about Django Unchained?
Just fucking, it wasn't very good.
Do you think it could have been better if the music was different?
No, I tell you what's worse than Django is Inglourious Basterds.
I like Inglourious Basterds.
Nice shit film.
You love World War II stuff though, don't you?
Yeah, don't fuck with World War II.
Yeah, that's why.
That's probably why.
Have you seen Inglourious Basterds, Paul?
No. Again, I've steered clear of quite a few of his since, I think, Jackie Brown, I thought, just sort of fell flat on his ass and just...
Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction are fucking masterpieces.
They are. This is true. And I
love him always for those.
I still want a Redux version of Kill Bill. If anyone can link me one or anyone knows of one.
Go to, do yourself a favour. Go to, I can't remember what it's called. It's called fanedit.org or something like that. And there's just a website of fan edits. And they tell you what they've done and changed. And then they quite often post a link to like a mega uploads or a torrent of it. So just go on there and just watch some different versions of Kill Bill.
Cool.
Like, I've done it loads for the Star Wars prequels. There's one really good version of Star Wars prequels where it's all done in about 3 hours.
Oh, cool.
Like, there's a jump cut where it goes just 13 years later. And in the middle of the film.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cut
I'm
out all
sure
the
Paul
bullshit.
would find a good version of the Transformers movies.
Fair enough. Right, Tarantino's next movie is going to be about the Manson murders, apparently.
Yeah, see, that seems like it's a bit more in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Super stylized 60s, 70s Tarantino movie. Yeah, just don't mess with World War II or westerns.
Fair dinks. Did you not like...
You're going to ask me and I haven't seen it.
Have you not? Hateful Eight?
No.
Okay. It's worth a watch. Did you like in Inglourious Basterds the scene...
No.
Did you like the scene when
Definitely
they were
not.
underground in the bar playing the name game with the cards on the forehead?
No.
No? The tension...
That sounds like an episode of Danger 5.
Did you not pay much attention to Inglourious Basterds?
No.
Okay. Forget what I'm saying then. But Hateful Eight plays out like that scene in a lot of ways. But anyway, he's talking to... So Tarantino's talking to Brad Pitt and Jennifer Lawrence to take part in that movie. So we'll see what happens. Valerian reviews are in, Ross.
Are they bad?
They're bad.
Are they?
Yeah.
He sounds like you're about to tell him he's got some sexual disease.
Wow.
That's what he sounds like, Valerian. What is Valerian?
Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It's Luc Besson's new movie. The guy that did Fifth Element and Lucy.
Oh, yes. Now I'm with you.
And there were high hopes for this sci-fi movie that he's just released called Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, and the initial reviews are bad.
Really bad, like John Carter bad.
Like really depressingly a lit down bad.
Oh dear.
I genuinely cannot see how that is a thing based on those trailers. I know I should never like a trailer. No, like Transformers last night looked shit from the trailers, didn't it? It was already a bollocks movie. Valerian just looks fucking perfect.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, this is true. But we've been let down by trailers before, so it can happen.
It could be the pace. I mean, he's got a bit of reputation as being quite arty, isn't he? With his
Yeah.
And then maybe that's it. It's just not keeping. It's getting too. It's wallowing a little too much in the art.
It's just trying to get too much into it as well.
Yeah,
fit in too much. Well, it's a massive subject matter. I think the graphic novel ran for like decades, and I don't know how much of it he's tried to jam into a movie. But yeah, pacing issues are definitely a thing. Still, we can go and watch it on your birthday if you want.
It's not happening on my birthday, but I do want to watch it.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Doctor Who's a lady.
Actually, it's the Time Lord.
I'm behind this. It's fine.
I would strongly disagree with you both that Doctor Who has always been played by a male human being, even though he is an alien from another world. And I think it is preposterous that they would even think of casting a female human in the role, said the internet.
I was going to say, says the internet.
I did see some crazy black backlashes.
People are fucking idiots, mate.
Yeah. I mean, what a perfect opportunity to say to your children, it's okay for non-gender specified characters to be played by any actor.
Right, I need to read you a tweet. I saved it on my phone because it's fucking brilliant.
Go on.
Some guy went to the trouble because he didn't want to keep saying, I'm not sexist, but he wrote it out and screenshotted it. And, he wrote, this is Jason 18 Morrison, and he's like, I've made this just to reply to everyone like you that seems to lack the ability to see things from other people's sexist perspectives. Right, here we go. The Doctor, for the whole time that the show has been around, has been a man. I understand in an evolving world people say, oh, equality, and I don't disagree with that. However, the Doctor has so much of a story behind him. He is recognised on the show by all of its characters once that name has been said, and they know exactly who he is from every story they grew up hearing. To quote River Song, Doctor, the word for healer and wise man throughout the universe. We get that the words from you know. The whole story of the show is based off of this mad man who runs around the universe. A daft old man who stole a magic box. It just goes against the basis of the whole show, and I just want to feel that make the Doctor female just goes against what the show's whole foundation is built on. And he just keeps going. It's just like...
Whoa, man. It's the whoa, man. Chill out. Chill out, mate. Chill out, internet. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, the only thing... I was concerned that... So I've become a bit of a Who head recently since I got the old Netflix, and I've been watching it right back from the whole Christopher Eccleston.
Okay. That's what you were going to say further back.
Yeah, no, I'd like to get hold of them, but they're not. You have to buy them and things and stuff, and I ain't got that money yet. So anyway, and I've really enjoyed what they've done there. And each actor is very different, but they still keep those characteristics. You can recognise the character. They're a very distinct character, and as long as they keep that with this new actress, which I'm sure she will, she's got a really good back catalogue, hasn't she? She's well renowned.
Yeah, bloody hell, she's a great actress.
And they wouldn't have picked. They've done a really good job at selecting doctors so far that can carry that character and put that across really well. And regardless of who they are, what they look like, or anything, I mean, it's ridiculous. But so if she's capable to do that, that's great. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter male, female, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as they can keep the recognisable qualities of that character. That's what I'm trying to say.
A TARDIS, a Time Lord,
and
a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, and still have it evolve.
Really shit BBC-funded monsters.
Yeah. See, I love all that shit. It's
to be honest, the best thing
the budget has gone up recently.
Sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, true.
It is a bit of the get out card of everything, isn't it? But yeah, but I do love it. You've got to forgive it for what it is, and it's brilliant.
Nowadays, I only watch the Christmas specials.
The sonic screwdriver, as I call it, writer's block.
The cure for,
yeah, there is a little bit.
Anyway, we're going to touch more on this, I think, in our other podcast.
But overall, what's everybody's feelings about it? Just get it clear.
I'm absolutely
literally makes no difference to me whatsoever in the slightest.
Yeah, my universe is still the same this morning.
Shouldn't make any difference to you either, internet. If you have any qualms about her acting abilities, go and watch Broadchurch. That's fucking amazing. And A Complete History of You, Black Mirror. That's a really good episode. The rights for that have just been bought by Robert Downey Jr. to make a Hollywood production. She's in the original version of that anyway.
And Charlie Brooker's going to cash in big time on that then, isn't he?
I don't think he wrote it.
Did he not?
No, I don't think so. He didn't write all of Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, I thought he did. Oh, right.
No, only the first episode on... Oh, the first episode, the one with the Prime Minister having to shag a pig.
Right, he wrote
on
that
TV.
one. Did he write the
one about the
zombie
blue
one as well? The dead.
Oh yeah, Dead Set.
Set.
And the one about the blue cartoon character running as a political figure.
Terrifying.
I think that's a Charlie Brooker one.
But
there are a couple here and there that are his, but have a look at the writers' credits on IMDb. You'll see what I mean.
One thing I want to say about Doctor Who is I read this on a tweet, so I won't try and steal it for myself. Is somebody said, "Wait till the new female Doctor meets her wife, River Song. Then the Daily Mail are going to really lose their shit."
Yeah, true.
The day that happens, they should also cast a black guy as James Bond. They'll be like, "No, you're taking away our heritage."
Or a transvestite Superman or something. I don't know. Anything. Anywho, right, a couple more trailers. The Ritual, did you guys see that one at all? Looks all right?
No, I haven't seen any trailers.
Sorry, mate.
Okay. VHS.
Very average standard.
Did you see the movie VHS at all?
No.
I've seen plenty of movies on VHS.
Of it, yeah, tons. I've still got a load.
Anyway, one of the guys that did one of the segments from that, David Bruckner, is adapting a book by Adam Neville. It's about a bunch of guys who are out on kind of like a... You know how The Descent is like in the aftermath of something bad that's happened to the main character?
Yeah, let's go caving to get over a tragedy. That won't end in tears, will
These
it?
guys go up into the mountains.
Brilliant.
And yeah, there's something nasty up there waiting for them. Yeah, have a look at the trailer.
Touching each other.
Ding, 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 ding. Anyway, The Dark Tower, there was another trailer.
Yeah, I saw that at the cinema, I think.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because I went and saw Superman, didn't I? Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Woman.
Are we excited for the Dark trailer? The Dark Tower?
Do you know the only reason I'm not is because
Completely
it's
benevolent
like
on this one.
a sequel. I would have been more excited if like one of Stephen King's tentpole book series had been turned into a TV show.
Yeah, true. Okay. But you don't have to know anything about...
Yeah, but this would be like watching Serenity before Firefly, which is what I did. So I'm out.
I don't think it will. I think because of the fact that the whole story is apparently kind of like the infinity snake eating its own tail. Yes, there'll be like little nods back to the books and things like that, but there are certain elements of the story that will be relevant to everybody. I think it'll work. I've got high hopes for it.
Yeah, the two main lead characters are pretty good actors, aren't they?
Yeah, very true. It's Idris Elba.
All right.
Idris Elba, gunslinger. Matthew McConaughey is like the ultimate evil, the man in black, a guy that's trying to rip the universe apart, basically. And a little boy
the man in
from
black
our world.
The same person as he is in The Stand?
Yes.
It's the same person?
I think it is, yes.
So, what's his name?
Randall Flagg?
Yeah, Randall Flagg.
So what part does he play in The Stand?
Randall Flagg's just a bad guy, isn't he? He's the one that gets... Because there's Mother Abigail, who gets all the good people together.
Right.
And then there's Randall Flagg, who gets all the bad people together.
So he's
he's the devil.
The devil trying to...
He's like a physical incarnation of the devil.
He doesn't run the shop in Needful Things as well, by any chance, does he?
No idea. Have you never seen The Stand?
I've not, actually, no.
It's really good, but hopefully they're remaking it, aren't they? It's one of Stephen King's books that's about 25 inches thick, but it's all the better because of that.
There is a theory on the internet here that I've just found that the guy that runs the shop in Needful Things is indeed Randall Flagg. That's something that you'll recognise, actually, Paul, because Rick and Morty season 1, there's an episode with a shop where it's the devil and he sells people stuff. It's stuff that they want, but it's always got a bit of an evil twist.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's based on Stephen King's Needful Things.
Right.
And this character, Randall Flagg, that's in the Dark Tower, there's a theory that he is the man in black.
Brilliant. Right, I've got to
Randall
do some...
Flagg is the guy that runs the shop, and yeah.
I'm going to do some catching up then in the old Stephen King movies.
Oh, you'd like The Stand because it's a TV movie in a similar vein to it, and it's a bit 80s, but it's cool.
Yeah, I liked it until I don't. Again, that was one that was far too long. It was the first half was really good. Second half was just dreadful. I think most people will agree on that one. Right,
moving on. Are we interested in Suicide Squad 2 at all? Anyone?
In as much as I'm interested in watching videos on YouTube of cars crashing.
Right. Okay.
No. To be honest, I'll probably watch it. But
did you see a movie called The Shallows at all? With it's blonde girl surfer versus shark.
Blake Lively.
Yeah, that's the one.
Wife.
It's all right. That movie. Give it a go if you've not seen it.
There's far too much just shots of her ass.
Right. Okay.
Deliberate shots of her ass.
Fair enough. But still,
that director's directing Suicide
That's
Squad.
The guy. Yeah, I think his name is Jaume Collet-Serra, and yeah, he's the front runner. So no.
Well, he's got an easy job there, hasn't he?
Well,
because he hasn't got much to do to make that film better than the first one, has he?
See what you mean? Yeah, it's true. But yeah, no Mel Gibson then.
Yeah, would we talk about that like on our first episode of our podcast?
Yeah, a long time ago. So Mel Gibson was in line to direct Suicide Squad 2, strangely.
Really?
Yeah, for some strange reason.
That was never going to happen, was it?
It was never going to happen.
The most rumour of rumours ever.
Where was he going to crowbar Jesus? And
he's mental, but his films are just... we were talking about it the other day to somebody. He makes very good films, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, true. Actually, they've all been pretty bloody spectacular.
Brave
for one reason or another.
Well, it's only because Patrick McGowan, isn't it?
Patrick
McGowan.
Who's that one?
He was the King of England.
He's the horrible king, isn't he?
He's the one who throws his son's boyfriend out the window. You'd like to come over here to the window and discuss. And throws him out the window and makes a big noise. It's great. It's typical McGowan style.
I've not seen it since I was about bloody 8 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Do you like My Chemical Romance, Paul?
No.
I think it's all safe to say that we're of an age where emo isn't a thing.
No,
for us.
It's that sort of...
We had the original emo. It was called grunge.
Yeah. True.
Well, I grunge, and I'm sticking with... And I've got 9 Inch Nails, so I'm sticking with the industrial electronic. And then we got that pretty vampire music, which was My Chemical Romance.
Fair enough. The frontman, Gerard Way, has got a comic book series called The Umbrella Academy. It's going to be turned into a Netflix show, animated.
About pretty vampires, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's about a family of superheroes, because everything's bloody superheroes, isn't it?
Of course it is.
The Monocle, Space Boy, the Kraken, the Rumour, the Seance, Number 5, who's probably the 5th child, the Horror, and the White Violin, working together to solve their father's mysterious death.
Nobody cares.
Probably not.
Least of all me and everybody listen. If you're listening to our podcast and you think that sounds good, then you're not old enough to be listening to our podcast. Please let your dad listen to it.
What about a Mamma Mia sequel?
That's happening, isn't it?
It is. It's a prequel, but they've got the original cast. But
Mamma Mia sequel would be... What would be a really cool thing to do with Mamma Mia sequels? I know you couldn't really call in a Mamma Mia, but like the next one would just be fuck it, let's do it with Queen.
Do it with Queen. Oh, you mean like We Will Rock You type affair?
No, just take a completely different band and just take their music.
Yeah.
Queen just came to my head because they're that sort of ABBA level of pop, aren't they?
It doesn't have to be ABBA, but I suppose if they went on a generation or two, then...
Well, no, just do one. Good Beatles would be another good band to make a fucking lyrical musical film about, wouldn't it?
There is one, isn't there?
I just think drop the whole vile concept. It's Mamma Mia. That's the type of thing. If I was going to hell, and hell was me sitting in front of the TV watching shit, that's what it would be.
Paul's like, if I was the King of England and Mamma Mia was a gay boyfriend of my son, I would
throw him out of the fucking window.
I'd throw him out of the tower.
Yeah, I'd have a polite conversation by the window in his little arborea, and he'd be straight out of that fucking window.
Put them in the iron.
In the nicest possible way.
In the nicest possible way. And not because Mamma Mia is a massively gay film. I have no problems whatsoever with anything.
I've watched it.
You know, I think this bit is going to get cut out completely because it's coming across completely the wrong way. I'm just digging a big hole.
No, that's all right.
No, I was going.
Just mentioned the big hole as well.
Yeah, there you go, big hole. I
think your problem is I think what you're trying to say is the new Doctor Who being a female has opened the floodgates for the next one being a homosexual.
Yeah, and I'm not having that.
The one after that being of ethnicity.
And
then the next one being in a wheelchair, and then the next one being animated, and then the next one being not a human.
Actually, you'll find that they've already touched upon the bisexual aspects of the travellers in questions, with the Torchwood character of
Captain Jack.
Captain Jack. Yeah,
I tell you what,
he loves a bit of it.
Let's discuss all of that in our next podcast.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But anyway, I was just going to say I've no problems with anything ever, anywhere, or anybody. Just shit films.
Fair enough.
And I just don't want shit films. So I'd throw that out the window for being a shit film.
It's got its fandom. It will make money. Anyway, Gay Pride happened at the weekend here on the Isle of Wight, didn't it?
I completely missed it, but I heard a conversation on the car boot that was, a little bit concerning.
Concerning?
Yeah.
In what way?
Oh,
I can imagine.
Them gays had that party, didn't they? Yeah. They all had a good time, I think. Yeah.
Bloody
Not
gays.
for me, though. No. Too gay. Yeah. And they went like that. And I thought that was brilliant. So,
factually correct. Yeah.
Factually correct conversation from two old people. Well done, old people.
Desperately trying to be tolerant.
It could have been
Bless
worse.
them.
Could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been a lot worse, but they were trying so hard to be tolerant, and it was great.
I'm glad it was happening over in Rome.
yeah, he did say something about that, actually.
As long as it's on the other side of the island, it doesn't bother me. So, yes. Let's wrap this up.
I think we're getting into really dodgy. I think all that whole section needs to go.
No, that's fine. It's all clearly that was comedy, Paul. Whether it's intentional or not, it was comedy.
As long as people understand that.
You can say what you like in comedy as long as it's funny.
Yeah, we're not actually, none of us are homophobic. Some of my best friends are gay.
Yeah. Are we going to list them all?
We should bloody... We should bloody wrap this up and move on, because we've got another podcast to record. Oh, yeah, but before we do go, we've had a question from a listener, guys.
Woohoo!
Cool. So, title, Animaniac, and it's from a Ricky Morris. And it says, hey guys, great show. Just found you, currently going back through your stuff slowly and listening to previous shows. Definitely something we'd recommend.
Glutton for punishment, brother.
You're fucking mental, mate.
I'm stoked that there are anime projects in the works as live action. There's an argument that they aren't necessary and they are being screwed with way too much and whitewashed. Some of that I agree with, some of that I think is BS. The Attack on Titan movie, for instance, total rubbish for Western audiences. Any idea how Japanese audiences liked it? Do we know at all, guys?
I don't, and I didn't mind it, to be honest with you, over it, from what I've seen of it.
The live action.
Oh, no, I've not seen a lot. I didn't realise about the live action. Right.
It didn't do well here at all,
right.
And I can see why. I think it was quite well received in Japan, though.
Was it?
I think it was all right, yeah. But Japanese films tend to flow differently, don't they, to films that are suitable for Western audiences.
Yeah.
That's why there's just such a difference. Snowpiercer is a great example of that, actually.
Yeah.
The guy that directed Okja and The Host, same director.
I've seen that one.
So Snowpiercer is the one that we spoke about on a train. The world's population are on a train. It's got a really Asian animation feel to it.
Yeah.
But it's a Western movie, and there's something that doesn't blend with those two.
Yeah.
He got it right with Okja, actually. But I can see why this guy says about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
It's really not great at all. Just have a skim through it, and yeah.
Yeah, I will, definitely.
Right, what Ross said. If you want the Asian version, go and watch the Asian version.
Yeah, if I can go and watch the Asian version of anything, it's probably better.
Rather than complain about...
don't watch the Asian version of Transformers. It's not as good.
Is it not?
No.
I quite like it.
Is there... What, is that an old Asian version?
Yeah, there's loads more characters in it and stuff, and it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, really?
He's not give it a chance. It's good. It's good.
So is it the
bonkers,
original?
But it's good. It's from 86. It sort of split off into two sort of continuities. The Japanese continuity was very different from the Western world.
So is that after the movie?
It was just around about after the movie.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and they sort of split off.
So around the time that they did the stuff with Skylinks and headmasters and
they had headmasters over in Japan, but it was a different sort of concept.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, so let's get back to the guy's question.
Why shouldn't we have Western versions more suited to our audience? Chris, you called out the whitewashing in Ghost in the Shell as bullshit. Care to elaborate? Have you guys seen Ghost in the Shell?
No, it's on my
seen the original
list.
Okay. How do I handle this without being too much of a spoiler? Right.
Does it not matter because they're robots?
It doesn't matter because they're robots. Okay. And the company that is, the basic concept of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
So she has been given a completely brand new human body, robotic body, sorry, I should say. And it was built by an American company. So in my mind, if you're going to develop something, if I was building a robot, I wouldn't make it look like a Japanese person, would I?
No.
I'd probably make it look more like me.
Generally.
Yeah. So in my mind, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That an American company have built the body that she's living in, and therefore it should look American.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Yeah,
yeah.
Especially with America. America like to make everything American.
Weirdly, there's lots of people our age who, if they could make a robot, would make them look Japanese and definitely female.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are plenty of those on eBay. And on the dark web, apparently. I saw it on a TV show, yeah.
Ooh.
And also, there's a specific part of the storyline, something to do with her as a character, which just makes it okay. It literally erases any issue that anybody should have with whitewashing. Please go and watch the movie, and you will see what I mean.
Right.
And at the same time, it's being targeted at Western audiences. Is it sensible to have a well-known actress playing the main title? I don't think it had to be her.
I don't think it matters. I mean, if America are going to build a robot how they want to see a robot, it's going to be...
I think they could have swapped Scarlett Johansson out for anybody but it wouldn't have mattered that she was Western. As long as she was a good actress.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Have we answered that question thoroughly enough?
I think so. Is there anything you guys want to add?
No, we've got confessions, mate. We're doing this at the end of a very long recording session, so if you don't think we've answered your question correctly, ask us another one and we'll answer it at the start of our recording session.
Do you know
when
what?
We're still awake.
That's probably a good idea.
Smelling food that we've been craving for the last 3 hours.
I think we should all aim to watch the film or at least look through it and maybe even revisit the original one and then just maybe re-answer that question at a later date.
So thanks ever so much to Ricky Morris for that question. If you've got any questions for us, folks, snewwiththecrew@gmail.com or write us a message anywhere where you find our podcasts. All reviews and likes and subscriptions are gratefully received. So, Paul, where can we find you?
Mostly in my shops at the moment, trying to busily get stock on there. I've got some really nice, interesting bits, but I've been really struggling to find the time to get them on there. So expect some really nice stuff soon. Rocket Punch Collectibles and Curiosity. They're both on Facebook. Have a look. Go on, where can we find you, Ross?
Not selling stuff on eBay.
Really?
No.
Have you given that up now?
No, I've been
How did that relationship go anyway in the end? How did it end completely?
Hard
Did
drive
it just fizzle out? Yeah.
He's done that thing where he's trying to claim through PayPal now.
Right, and that's just going to sit there forever and
just sits there, doesn't it?
Gather dust and never happen.
What happens with that?
Yeah, it's never going to happen. Yeah, cool. And
hopefully he's got AIDS. Though. I don't. You can't. Just can't.
Now leave it in. 'Cause it's just comedy, and comedies. You can say anything in comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So and
that wasn't comedy. That was me being horrible. That was me wishing a terminal disease on somebody.
Willing head cancer.
I retract that.
It's not terminal anymore. It's just a mere inconvenience, isn't it?
Anyway, me. You can find me on the SNEW with the Crew Facebook page, linking loads of stuff that we've been talking about in this here show, and editing both this one and the next show, just another retrocast, which you'll be able to catch on Thursday, from Thursday onwards.
Yep.
This week we're going to be talking about stuff that's been changed from our childhood and whether or not that's okay. So please go and have a listen. It's on the same channel as this Hero podcast, SNEW with the Crew. That feed would be via Libsyn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, the podcast app on your phone, and all podcast services. Oh, and YouTube. So, should we say goodbye?
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Paul.
Sarah.
Say goodbye, Ross.
Goodbye, time lords, ladies.
Thanks for listening, folks. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Goodbye, fellow travellers. As long as you're men.
That's my impression of TARDIS. We'll probably do something else now, though. When you go,